Day 2 of our Moab adventure was spent crawling our way up Poison Spider Mesa. It had snowed the night before, which made the trail muddy, slick, and more difficult to crawl our way up. This was also our first time running this trail, and, in our excitement to get rolling, we forgot to top off our jeeps, something we regretted later. This obstacle is known as the waterfall. On the right, it's a small ledge, and it gradually gets bigger as you move your way to the left. Hugging the rocks on the right, the maroon Jeep walked up on 37s. The orange Jeep on 33s caught a ledge and it shifted left into a much less desirable position. The cool thing about this obstacle is that there was an anchor point for winches already drilled into the rocks. I wasn't able to get video of this incident, but it marked the first time we used the winch for this Jeep. This was another steep climb we had to carefully traverse our way up. You hear it in almost every Jeep video out there. For whatever reason, the camera really flattens out the terrain compared to what you see in person. We had our lockers engaged, and with careful right pedal feathering, we made it to the top. This section of the trail had a lot of steep, rocky climbs. In this section, the orange Jeep was climbing up the rocks when we heard a loud, metallic snap. We weren't sure what the loud snap was, but we needed to get the Jeep up and off the obstacle to assess it more closely. As it drove away, I looked on the ground and I saw the carnage. The passenger side sway bar arm had completely broken off. At some point, the sway bar was re-engaged, and the pressures became too much and it twisted off the link. Thankfully, this wasn't an expensive fix as I had a spare at home. As you roll along the trail, you'll eventually come across the gravesite of Mary Jane Francis. It is said that Mary was outside playing one day and wandered into a nest of black widows. She had a bad reaction to all of the bites, developed a fever, and passed away the next day. It's considered good luck for wheelers to stop and pay your respects by leaving a coin on the grave. We were finally up on top of the mesa, and we decided to stop for a quick bite to eat. When we began the trail a few hours earlier, we noticed a small group of people setting up a temporary orange fence at the trailhead, and there were also a couple state troopers down by the main road. We had no idea what was going on, but expected they would stop us if there was something we needed to know about when we greeted them. They just smiled and waved, so we thought everything was all good. All along the trail, we kept seeing small pockets of 1 or 2 trail runners. We've encountered trail runners in the past, so we really didn't think much of it. After we finished up lunch, we began seeing more and more trail runners. We took stock of our situation, and it finally clicked that we were right in the middle of a runner's marathon. At this point, we decided we were low on fuel, trail runners just seemed to be multiplying, so we made the hard decision that we needed to turn around and head back down the trail. We didn't stop to get much video on the trek back to the start of the trail. There were just too many runners around us, and we thought it best to keep our focus on the trail and on them. At the end of the trail, we were greeted with an awesome finish line, probably made just for us. And this nice lady right here even offered me a medal for completing the race. Please remember to like and subscribe, it really helps us out. In the last video of our Moab trek, we cruised down Dome Plateau. Please tune in to see another great Jeep Groove video.